Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts, going to be doing a character spotlight for the Walking Dead TV series for Abraham. And of course, spoiler warning if you guys are not caught up for the Walking Dead television series. So this was a viewer-requested video, and it made a lot of sense to do because people had said, well, Trev, you did a character spotlight on Glenn, but you haven't done one on Abraham. So sort of on purpose, wanted to wait a little bit. I'm pretty careful about spoilers with posting stuff. If I post a character spotlight on Monday and the season premiere was Sunday night, then it's kind of obvious, like, okay, you did a character spotlight on Abraham, then Abraham must have been killed off. So I try to be careful with stuff like that, and I wanted to wait a little bit just in case people from the UK or whatever didn't get a chance to see this kind of thing. So I'm careful about that. That said, it makes sense to do it now. Otherwise, if we wait too long, then it's not really applicable anymore. So after episode 2, I think most of the discussion is still on the premiere, with just how crazy of a premiere it was and how long the wait was for the Walking Dead TV series to return with the season 7 premiere. And of course, as such, we get Abraham's last scenes and Abraham's last episode. Michael Cudlitz's last time playing Abraham in the Walking Dead television series. So his first appearance was in season 4, episode 10, which was Inmates, which was February 17, 2014, when it originally aired on AMC. So it's been a couple years he's been in the show now, season 4 into season 7, just the premiere. So over 2 full years and some. Maybe you could say 2.5 seasons, 2.5 years. It feels like he's been in the series for longer, though, because I mean, ever since he's kind of come in, within about a season, we kind of accept him, I want to say around midway season 5, after maybe the fight between him and Eugene, when we find out that, okay, the groups are not going to go their separate ways. This mission that Eugene has sent Abraham on is false. It's not a real mission. He's just given him a mission in order for Abraham to protect him and have something to do and keep himself going. And it works, but it's based on a lie. After that, we see the groups kind of meld, and you don't really have Eugene, Abraham, and Rosita separate. You have them as part of the greater group of survivors, and they're all kind of one. As such, I think Abraham does add a lot to the group, or did. He's a really strong character. I mean, physically imposing. He's big. He's great at killing walkers. He's not stupid, even though he's tricked by Eugene. I think that was more Eugene preying on his weakness at the time because of his recent losses. And, you know, him just being in this kind of lost state where he's lost his purpose in life as a man, lost his family, lost everything, and kind of having an idea and wanting to believe it, wanting to buy into it, and then going forward with it. I still would say he's not dumb. You know, he's not. He's a really good fighter. In terms of his physicality, great at killing zombies, good when it comes to other groups, is willing to do what's necessary, and also has, of course, a vulnerable side too, and is very kind to those who are part of his group and very relatable. So, of course, we see him in a couple of relationships, even though he's only there for 2.5 seasons, roughly. We see him first with Rosita, and I felt like the two of them really made sense, and they made a pretty good post-zombie apocalypse couple. You know, you have her, she's kind of lost. You have Abraham, who's been given a false mission, and he kind of, through his charisma and his strength, lures her into the group. She joins the group with, maybe I shouldn't use the word lure, he lets her join the group, and, you know, him, Eugene, Rosita kind of go on together. Of course, Rosita develops feelings for Abraham and vice versa, and they get into a relationship. Eventually it fizzles out, and then we see Abraham with Sasha afterwards. I did like to see both relationships in the series, but if I had to pick one, I would say that I probably preferred seeing Abraham with Rosita versus Sasha. I think it made more sense, but you can understand why Abraham could be attracted to Sasha because she's such a strong survivor. She's so good with the firearms, and she's a fighter as well, just like him, whereas maybe he sees Rosita still as kind of her kind of earlier version where before he met her, before he helped her, and before he, you know, she got to a level where she could defend herself and become a good shooter and a strong survivor as well. Probably the highlight for me in terms of Abraham as a character and his sequences is the comedy that is involved with him. I really like the banter that he has between him and Eugene. It seems that kind of every sequence is carefully written, carefully constructed to include some really funny lines from both of them, be it Abraham or Eugene, or kind of a back and forth, and they just play off each other just brilliantly. I love to see Michael Cudlitz and portray Abraham much better than the comics. The comic book version of Abraham does not really have that comedic factor, almost at all. He seems to be more kind of hardened, he seems to be more kind of unstable, and he seems to be more kind of argumentative with Rick and struggling for leadership, versus in the TV series version where he has kind of a more easygoing, kind of fun side once he gets to know you. And we see this a lot with Eugene throughout the series. Josh McDermott's character, back and forth, the two are really funny. There's so many quotes in the series. I was trying to put together a list. People asked, what do you think the top 5, top 10 Abraham quotes would be from the series? Is really hard to pick just 5 or 10, because literally every line that they say back and forth between Eugene and Abraham has almost one joke in it every time. And even with some of the other characters, like the one that's been overused so much with Glenn, when you were pouring the Bisquick, were you trying to make pancakes? And Glenn, he responds, doesn't know what to say at first, yes? Okay, well, given the precarious state of affairs on any given Sunday, I am damn near floored that you or anyone else would have the cojones to make a call like that. And just every piece of dialogue for him, it just seems to be carefully constructed and told, and even the words that they use in a really, really funny way that just makes me laugh and adds some levity to the zombie apocalypse and all the dark things that are happening, like right up until his very last words with his death. Even with that, suck my nuts, he tells Negan to suck his nuts. Even Negan laughs about it. So it kind of like it's sort of... It just takes a situation which could be really bleak, really dark, and brutal, because we knew it was kind of going to be, and it actually made it a little bit more fun. Even Negan kind of gets into it, and it's like, yeah, Negan feels like he has to kill Abraham, he has to kill somebody to punish them. He sees Abraham as a very strong, not very fearful, opponent, so he chooses them, he kills him, or he chooses him, he kills him, and even still he laughs at it, because he's like, wow, he probably never heard someone say that to him before they got Lucille. One of my other favorites is from Eugene says to him, I had full control of the situation. And then Abraham responds, you had better luck picking up a turd by its clean end. You have Rosita who says to Daryl, where are you going? Daryl says, out. And then Abraham says, no shit, you got specifics? Abraham stops Glenn and Michonne to go with them after Daryl. Sergeant Abraham Ford says, whoa, make room for my freckled ass. And anyway, without going through too many, I'll put the link in the description for you guys to his IMDb. You can look through it if you want. There are just so many. Maybe you guys can write in the comments below. What is your favorite Abraham line? Maybe one line, maybe two. You can write it what you think were your favorite zingers that he had. I mean, there's so many. There's just countless. Like every time, it's just like something funny. So, going to be sad not to see him in the series anymore. Of course, that's what The Walking Dead is. You have different characters that last for a certain amount of times. You have season characters. You have Abraham multi-season characters. I'd maybe put Abraham closest, maybe to somebody like Tyrese. He's in the series for a few years. He's one of Rick's strongest people, up there with Daryl and Glenn and the others. Maybe his number 3, number 2, number 4, depending on the set of circumstances. And he's just a really fun character, really interesting character, and I think that Michael Cudlitz absolutely killed the role. He nailed it, and he elevated it from the comic book series version, which was a little bit more dry. It didn't have as much heart, and he really brought that character to life and added a lot of comedy, a lot of fun, made us really care for him, made us really feel when he's on a mission, he's ready to go, like revved up with him, ready to go and do whatever he's going to do, or laugh with him and feel kind of his romantic troubles, so to speak. And really great character. Going to miss seeing him in the series. Going to miss seeing him kill zombies with a crowbar or whatever else. He uses assault rifles in that. And, really, really cool character. So, sad to see him go in the series, but the show must go on, as they say. And, it's The Walking Dead. People going to die. It's The Walking Dead. People are going to die. So that's it. At least he got to say in the end, at least he got to tell the bad guy to suck him off. That's awesome. To suck his nuts. So if you guys like this video, write a favorite quote below. Do it, guys. I want to see what your guys were, because there's just so many. I want to see where everybody's at. Thumb up other people's who who wrote down a favorite quote if someone already put it. I want to see what some of the top Abraham quotes are from all the years in the show, a couple years in the show. If you like this video, this character spotlight video, don't forget to thumb it up below, guys. Come on, please don't forget to thumb it. Thumb it up. You can also share, you can favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to see tons more Walking Dead videos coming for the remainder of the series. Bottom left to sub. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys again soon for another. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.